That's my boy. Hey guys and girls, welcome to the channel. Alright, today we had some parts come in. The fenders on the IS300, they're pretty banged up. So we pulled them off. We've destroyed them. So we're going to looking at maybe possibly some flared fenders or something. Let's take a look. I'll show you what I got. Alright, so we got the factory fenders for the IS300. So we ordered just some cheap eBay, the wider pieces, and we're kind of just holding it up to it, and you know, just trying to get an idea kind of what it's going to look like, you know, the contour. We're going to put the fender back on the car, and you know, so I've just been kind of playing around with it. But while I have these, I actually kind of just tried them on the 240. So if you want to see what a 240 is going to look like with the set of these, and these are the cheaper eBay, like I said, you know, the real wide, crazy, flared out jobs. And so, oh, it's gonna make me fall. So, there we go. So, I was kind of, you know, just kind of laying them on there, kind of sizing them up. I can't make up my mind. I don't know that I like these on the 240 or any of that. So, get you a better view of this here. Just so you can kind of, and these are, like I say, the cheap old eBay flared fenders, wide body. And I wasn't for sure. I was like, you know, whatever. I don't know that I like it on the 240. Okay, so I'm not a big Miata guy. But it's sitting here, and I was like, all right, let's look at it. So I set it up here, and I can't say that I don't like that. Let me move the camera around, get a few angles, but I can't say that I wouldn't be okay with it. Maybe we'll get a little light on it. Something to that effect, maybe. Yeah, I can't say that I wouldn't be okay with that. By the time you know, riveted it in or whatever, you may have to trim some. I don't know what you do, but just kind of at a glance, especially on the white car, you know, because you'd actually trim underneath, you'd cut all that out. I can't say that I'm against that. You know, figure, drop this thing 3 or 4 inches, these jewels on it, I even wrap them the same color. I don't know, I can't say that I don't like it. I might actually be feeling that on a Miata. I'm not a fan of the Miata now. I don't know, it hasn't grown on me just yet. But again, throw some light on the 240 here. It's kind of, you know, something of that caliber. Let's get us down here a little bit, maybe. Maybe not so much, but on the Miata though. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Just trying a few things on just to see if it fits. Not a fan of the Miata, but if it had a smaller steering wheel, the struts are bad, the struts are horrible. If it had a smaller steering wheel, better suspension, still trying to figure out the clutch issues, it still feels a little spongy to me. So we're gonna bleed that again and go through that. Can't say that I wouldn't rock that thing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Okay, I'm not really a Miata guy, but yeah, that. So anyway, we got rid of the tires. We carried off all the tires. When I say carried off, we took back to my house. The tires were getting in the way. I mean, I was wanting to put a car in here the other day. It didn't have room. And I've got a plastic cover here. My son's aunt on his mom's side or whatever gave him that, and this, what is this deal here, the bed extender and a cover. I just said come and get it if you want it. So he's like, asked me if I'd go down there and would pick it up, so we went and got it. So once that's gone though, I'll probably set a couple things, maybe my welder, bring a couple of the things over this way and put on this wall, and that way I can thin out the far bay and have more room just kind of to spread everything out a little bit. I think it would be better for me, but that would only give me 2 functioning bays, but I haven't been using this one anyway because of the tires. So I think we may go that route. We took his doors, my son, we took his doors home. I brought some stuff here. I've got Honda Civic fenders and motor parts and some stuff that I'm going to try to sell. Got some 2J stuff here. Going to start maybe trying to put a motor together here pretty soon. And I've even looked into a distributor delete on the non-VVT-I. I think it's going to be way too much money. I think it's going to be cheaper just to take a VVT-I head and place it on the non-VVT-I bottom end, unless we pull the rods and pistons and put them in a VVT block. But if it's a good motor, short block's good, you know, why buy the bearings and everything when we just swap the heads and we got a motor. So we will have to have a head gasket, the super head gasket, the GTE. But yeah, so I was going through those fender pieces, and I don't know, it's been kind of on my mind since I actually figured that out. So yeah, I may have to drive the Miata a little bit and just see if it grows on me. I don't know, I like the way it looked. Yeah, so, but anyway, it's Wednesday, I think now, 2 more days, we go drifting again. So we've got a few things to finish up. The cars are doing good, which, you know, they have been doing good past couple of times. So, besides mine's not done great. But we may put his fenders on and try to size up those fender pieces or something. I don't know if we'll get into that, but if we don't, I mean, the only thing we got to do on his is change tires and load up. So we don't have a ton to do if we don't start trying to do the fenders. But we may go ahead because we've got time. I don't think I'm going to do much to mine. I might have put some bad gas in it, so it may run worse than what it did. And the Miata, put new plugs and stuff in it. It doesn't seem to run much better. It's probably bad gas as well, because I think that thing's been sitting forever. So we still haven't ran that down. We're going to get some. I did put a fuel treatment in the 240, but after I think I put bad gas in it. Yeah, I know I put bad gas in it, I'm not going to lie. We junked the car and I dumped the gas out of it into some jugs and put it in my 240, and I was like, heck yeah, free gas. Then took a little bit of that gas, put it in the pressure washer. It ran just long enough to run the good gas out, then got into the bad gas and it wouldn't run again. So we had to dump it out, clean the tank a little bit out, wash it out with some decent gas, and put good gas in it. So that gas was so bad it wouldn't run the pressure washers, and that I put 10 gallons of it in a 240. So it's gonna run like the poop. I may just go ahead and drain some. I may run it or just, I don't know, put some high octane stuff on it and just let it sit idle or something. I gotta do something because I know it's got bad gas in it. And my Ford truck, I put 10 gallon in it. Yeah, so, yeah, well, that's where we're at. Trying to decide on what we're gonna do on the fenders. We may get into that project. I don't really know just yet. I haven't filmed much this week. I was sick a few days, 3 days to be exact. I laid in the bed for 3 days. So, and now, I just found out a few minutes ago, my daughter has the new variant, the Omicron or whatever it is. And she's pregnant, so let's see how that goes. Makes me a little nervous. But yeah, so got that call a few minutes ago, so yeah, so there's a lot going on this week. This is the Christmas, the week after Christmas, right at. So that tells you how far. See, I hate dating things, putting time to it because we're so far behind it. I mean, we'll be doing Christmas and we're a month off of that at least. But all right, here we go. Things going on, just a little update of where we're at. All right, here we go. All right, we just pulled a Chevrolet 1500 transmission. I've already cleaned up the mess and got it out of here. Both drift cars did good this weekend, so I don't have to fix mine. My son's driving his. Got 2Js. This crank I think is going to be maybe a little rusty on the journals. This block's ready to go to the machine shop. This crank, however, come out of the non-VVTi, and this thing actually looks mint, so that's probably the one I'm going to go with. We just did an unboxing video. We have that. That's the kit for my AR5 swap. There's my son's turbo, I got him. Max Peating, we're going to give it a shot. Everything looks pretty good. And yes, we have another non-VVTi motor. So, yeah, there we go. All right. So we got a few things going on. I'm debating on what swap I'm gonna do. I have no clue for sure that I'm gonna swap the 240. I'm setting up a 2J swap, and just whatever it ends up in is what it's gonna end up in. Will it fit the 240? Absolutely. Is that what I'm set on? Not 100%. See, the thing about having the AR5 will go in the LS swap truck. So we can actually manual swap that LS, and we still have that option. So with having the option to go to that LS swap GMC Canyon, manual swapping it, that transmission, yeah, I got an AR5 transmission. I don't know if I mentioned that at some point, but I have an AR5 transmission I went and got. The bell housing, I already took it off. It's of no use. So I have that. So it can go either way on a 2J swap, or it can go LS swap. And I have both. I'm in both situations, so I can easily go to one swap over the other. And that CPR kit is something I can resell if I don't go that route. That's going to be easy sell because, like I say, that guy, I tried to get a hold of him, he just wouldn't answer, whatever. So that kit, I don't know anybody else that has it. And that's on the Colorado transmission. So if you find yourself in that situation, I don't know the fix other than this kit right now, so I don't know. But we got some cranks I got to figure out. I've got to make a decision on a flywheel. So once the 2J, when my machinist, when he balances everything, he wants the flywheel in hand. So whatever flywheel I'm going to run, I need to get it and take it to the machine shop with that, because he'll actually bolt it to the flywheel. He'll mark everything, so when the smoke clears, that flywheel has a specific place it's going to set on that crank. So I'll have to get the crank bolts, if I'm going to run ARPs, I have to have those, I have to have those. So I have to have those, the flywheel, and take the crank that I'm going to put in at 2J. I have to take all that together so he can balance everything. And then the block, I'm going to make a decision on the pistons. I'm probably going to use the non-VVTi rods. That's the whole idea of getting those motors. I need to make a decision on the pistons. Do I limit myself at 700, 600, whatever the number is on the non-VVTis because of the pistons, or do I either get the 2JZ GTE pistons and put on these rods, or do I buy an aftermarket piston? So I gotta make a decision there. And at some point I gotta decide what I'm putting in. But all right, here we go.
I'm fading.